Dr. Grewal, I had a quick question too because, technology, I like to follow it, and I see the new iPhone 6 coming out here. It's making everything so much easier and more accessible for us. I can pretty much ask Siri anything, as you see the commercials now. And I was reading an article, but back in the 70s, when the pocket calculators came out, they all warned everyone that your brains were going to turn to jelly. But today with the computers and the smartphones and the cars that find their own way to their destinations, are the advances in our technology destroying our brain power?
They're definitely destroying and what people used to say a long time ago, like you said, when the pocket calculators came out, it will turn our brains into jelly, and that is true because calculators gave us an easy way to calculate things, and what is happening is the mental calculation which we all used to do is going away. People just pull out their calculators. If you go to a grocery store, if the machine is not working and checkout machine is not working, it's harder for people to calculate what change to give it back to you. So we are seeing what our brain very efficiently does, that if you are going to outsource a function of the brain to some machine, our brain is going to stop doing it because it really doesn't have to do it. Similarly, if you remember that 10 years ago when we did not have these smartphones with phone books in it, we used to remember 10 to 20 numbers of our friends and family, and we could just dial them off just right off the bat.
That's so true. Wow. Philip, I don't even know your phone number anymore.
And if you do an experiment, just ask yourself how many numbers do you still remember?
Not many.
That you can dial without having to look at your phone or by looking into a phone book.
Well, Dr. Grewal, I just asked Siri. I said, call Dr. Grewal, and Siri called you.
That's how we got you today.
Much easier. Don't even have to touch it anymore.
So, is there any way that, socializing our brains and exercises, how does that work?
Yes, so what happens is, and that's the premise of my book, is that our brain needs exercise just like any muscle needs exercise. And if you don't use your muscles atrophy and they become thinner. Similarly, if you don't use your brain, our brain atrophies and it stops becoming as efficient and as sharp as it was before. So, but another thing to note is that if you do crossword puzzles, or if you do just puzzles, we are exercising only one part of the brain. And what I'm trying to emphasize is that it is not just one part of the brain, the word finding part, which is our puzzles and analytical part. Our brain has several functions. For example, if you're walking up and down the stair, it has to balance you, right? If you're socializing, it has to be able to, you should be able to carry on a conversation. All these are little exercises for the brain. And if we try to exercise each and every function of the brain, it will take us at least an hour a day, and nobody has 1 hour a day. So what happens is that when we are doing our daily things, we have to incorporate these exercises into our daily life so we are able to do them without wasting much time. So socializing, because you asked, is a great way of exercising your brain. So imagine that you go, you talk to somebody, you are reading their expressions, you are coming up with topics to converse, you are under pressure to carry on the conversation, you find new things, you assimilate and learn new things from them, and you teach new things to other people. So all these socializing actually helps our brain exercise a great deal.